What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going over games 7, 8, and 9 of the Weekend League recap over the weekend that I played. So if you're behind and you missed it, if you missed the last video, we went over games 1 through 6, had a few disconnects, got a couple lucky wins. So yeah, we're 5-2 right now. We're 5-1 right now. So yeah, that's pretty much how we're sitting. We're sitting pretty good. We only lost 1 game out of 6 so far, so we're doing pretty good. If we could just stay on the right track, we could get these games won, as you guys will see. So yeah, team's looking the same. Haven't made any updates yet. Abilities, everything like that, still the same offense and defense. I am, like I said in the last video, I'm going to be doing an in-depth breakdown of the offense that I'm running. I'm starting to expand my playbook a little bit, and start to take full advantage of what people are calling what I call, or what other people will call, the Carolina Tour. And what the Carolina Tour means is, like, you're taking advantage of all the shotgun and under center formations by switching your personnel package to 2x2 instead of 3x2. Which that means, if you don't know what that means, it means instead of having 3 wide receivers and a running back, you're having 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers. So I'm going to be taking advantage of that a lot more. You're going to notice that has a big impact in these games. So yeah, let's get into it. So heading into game 1, you see he has the new Shaquille Griffin, which is a very, very good cornerback. You know, it just came out, limited edition, very expensive card. So, but you see, this guy, he only wanted to do one thing. You know, he had this stretch play, RPO stretch play, that I could not figure out how to stop for the life of me. Like, I knew the idea of how to stop it, and I was in the correct run defense, but that is the ultimate BS run, in my opinion. I just hated this dude so much. So he already goes up 7-0, you know, puts us in a 3rd and 20. Like I said, we're 5-1 on the weekend so far, so we need to keep the streak alive. We get our pass batted into the air, and Darren Waller catches it on the delay fade. Got pretty lucky there. And then on 4th and 6, he's loading the box, playing heavy man coverage, and we hit DK over the middle, get a lucky rack animation, using the big body to get those extra yards. And so on 1st and 10, we had a pretty good route combination. He left the flats wide open, so I took it to DK Metcalf, which puts us inside the 10-yard line, and we hit a little baby corner route to Chad Johnson, and he wasn't really open. He was really double covered. Probably should have been a pick, but we got a lucky animation to hold on for the score. So we tied it up at 7-all, and then he's back to this run play, and it's pretty annoying. Okay, I'm just gonna say it's pretty annoying. And you get him in a 2nd and 11. I thought I had him in the backfield, but Raheem Mostert is just way too fast, and I try to click onto the nearest defender to catch up to him, but he finishes it off for another touchdown. So, you know, I'm having to be on these long behind drives. Meanwhile, he can just run one play and score every time. So that's why I hated this game. I always hate games like that. So we don't have any timeouts heading into 30 seconds left of until halftime. But you see this laser that Brett Favre throws to Chad Johnson. So that was a hot one. You know, the oven was burning downstairs, so that was a hot one. So, but heading into halftime, he sneaks in a pass, and he almost scores a touchdown. If it wasn't for me clicking on and tripping him up at the 1-yard line, it would have put us in a really big hole. Thankfully that we had tripped him up at the goal line. But I get greedy. This route is not as good. This man beater is not as good as it was at the beginning of the year, so I need to learn to quit throwing that. But he sneaks in a pass on 4th and 4 once again. That's what really made this guy's offense work, is because right when you would least expect him to pass, he would pass. And I shot the gap to get Reggie Bush in the backfield, but he just ran right by me. He had enough speed, and then he goes right back to his RPO stretch play and scores once again with Raheem Mostert. Puts him up by a touchdown. So he's up 21-14. I'm like, all right. And see, and here's where I start taking advantage of the Carolina Tour. I changed my personnel package and put Raheem Mostert at my wide receiver 1 so that I could audible down to I-form close and run stretch against his light box. So he had a weak box, so I audible down, ran a stretch, and you see how the big play potential that has. So ran a stretch play of my own, scored. I'm like, ha, game, set, match. But see, here he goes back on 3rd and 2 and runs with a different running back this time, equally as fast, Edger and James. Once again, I'm proving that I cannot stop his stretch play. So he goes up 28-21 entering the 4th quarter. So I now have to start throwing the ball. So start cooking up some low ball out routes against his man coverage, and start throwing some dots. You just gotta pass at this point. So we throw another low pass to DK over the middle for the conversion, and then on 1st and 10. I didn't see his linebacker in the curl flat, so I was like, yeah, I just quit out after that basically. So heading into our next game, we're now 5-2 on the weekend. Heading into our next game, and he starts with a play action, and then he chucks it deep to Chad Johnson, who burns me over the top. I'm like, man, that sucks. And then he starts dancing. I'm like, all right, man, you ain't got to dance. It's all right. So he gets a 1-play touchdown. So he once again came out in dollar, just like the last guy. So I audibled down to I-form close, and I ran a dive this time, and I one-cut up the A-gap and then take it for a touchdown with Reggie Bush, who has plenty of speed on him. So he's able to cap off that drive for a 1-play touchdown on the ground. So once again, proving that the Carolina tour is really, really deadly for an offense. But unfortunately, we experienced some connection issues. It wasn't on our end; it was on his end. Unfortunately, another one of those disconnect losses that just happened at random because the EA servers are trash. So we get the win there. Because it was on his end. I'm actually not sure. He might have just had bad Wi-Fi. I'm not totally sure. But heading into our 3rd game, we're now 6-2 on the weekend, and I think he had a little bit of a Bills theme team. So I assume that's why he had Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs and all that stuff. So he hits Terry McLaurin on the sideline. He's run the same offense as me, so it's kind of hard to stop my offense. You would think I would know how to stop my own plays, but they're so deadly that it's hard to. So he plays power football with Raheem Mostert and powers it in for the touchdown, putting him up 7-0. So we're like, all right, we got to respond. So we throw the low pass to Chad Johnson to convert, bringing us to a 2nd and 8. I believe Chad Johnson gets open on this corner route. Yeah, he was in Tampa too, so I tried to one-cut up the sideline to get past Micah Hyde, but he stepped out of bounds, unfortunately. So now this one, I ran the same play in the red zone that I did last game, except it was way more open this time. So he ran cover 2 again. I made him pay for it, so that is that. Bringing him to a 4th and 14. We force him to throw it early to his, or throw it late to his post route, and that was really the only thing he could have had open on that play, and that's where my user was. So we get the interception there to get the ball back. We're still tied up at 7. We hit DK over the middle. He can't stop my offense either, so it's like the battle of Gun Bunch, apparently. So we hit Darren Waller in the flats, and he gets the first down, but not the touchdown. And unfortunately, I do not have any timeouts, and I didn't really have the best play called. It's not a play I normally run. I was just hoping somebody could get open. I might have had X right there, but we take a sack, and that's halftime. So I couldn't pause. I couldn't call a timeout, kick a field goal, is what I was trying to say. So I had a touchdown to DK, but I didn't see it until I was editing. So, but anyway, we get a big gain to Chad Johnson, and then we play power football to Bo Jackson to run in for the score. So we're back up by 1 possession. We hold him to a 4th and 3, and then I think he converts. He had a dude wide open in the flats. He had the tight end open in the flats. He would have had an easy conversion, but he decides to take the risky pass for whatever reason. So here, I deep halved, QB spied, and rushed one person, so he had all day to throw, and he ends up finding a guy open, and then we hold him to a 3rd and 15, where he finally notices the play that he had wide open earlier. We knock him out of bounds, force him to a 4th and 3, and he converts on the out route to what's his face, Terry McLaurin. So here I didn't have a quarterback spot. I figured he would run with Josh Allen, but my user wasn't quick enough to react. So we give up a late touchdown. We tied the game up. So from here I'm like, all right, we just have to play the clock because this guy's offense obviously can't stop him consistently. So we need to play the clock and try to get out of here with a field goal. So that's exactly what I was trying to do. A lot of check downs and just getting 5-10 yards a rip, and then we make our field goal to win the game 17-14. So we had to clutch that one out. It got down to the wire, a little too close for my liking, but I mean, we both ran the same offense, so it was pretty hard for us to stop each other. So yeah, we get the victory there, and we move our record to 7-2 on the weekend. So yeah. So yeah, that was games 7, 8, and 9 of the recap. Second video of the recap. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you leave a like and subscribe down below. Let me know if you're a first-time viewer. Subscribe, man. Hit the like button. Any little bit helps. I'm going to be uploading consistently all week with these recaps, and like I said before, I'm going to be doing an ebook breakdown. Probably going to be multiple videos, at least 2 videos of the Carolina Tour offensive breakdown. So yeah, like I said, we're 7-2 on the weekend so far. So we're just kind of trying to move along, get these victories. I'm gonna be uploading one recap video every single day. I have to work some of these days, so you guys might get a late upload tomorrow. I think this video is going to be a late upload, so or tonight, I'll just say tonight. Let's put things in perspective here. So yeah, like I said, if you guys enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I'm trying to grow my channel pretty good. Obviously I think we should be close to 230 subs. So just like I said, like the video, comment, get some interaction with it. It really brings up the my video on the recommendations when you guys do that. So without further ado, hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next recap. Peace.